All right, good morning, traders. So right now I'm just doing a little last minute scan before the bell. There's really not a lot of volume in the penny stock market. Yeah, not a lot of volume. Good morning, One Life. Whoops. Let's see, the market took a pretty big dip yesterday. Again, this is a pretty ugly looking downtrend here. It's got a ways to come up to break that downtrend. I don't know if it's going to or not. We may be in for a drop. So definitely want to keep an eye on that. Let's look around, see if there's any plays possibly at the bell. Rocket breaking above all indicators, so Rocket could be bullish today. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, FS. But yeah, maybe trading in these inverse ETFs if the market starts crashing. Because there's nothing really so far that has got me excited to trade on a Friday. Good morning, Michelle. Oh, I didn't even see the Rocket announce his dividend. Oh, yeah. So that could be interesting if they're going to start a dividend. Woo, okay, so you can see it's gapped up from this run so far in pre-market. Might see GameStop start to get pumped. Again, possibly. Starting to push up. It's going to run into resistance at 130 though. It's almost there. So what's the SPY doing right at market open? Coming down some, so a little sketchy if it keeps dropping. 380 is where the 50-day is. Cracks 380. That could be it. See how LABD is looking here. Nothing yet. See on the sway scanner here, not a lot of volume on any of those. And that's starting to sell off. JE. And they got some earnings. It's got a lot of resistance ahead of it. Could be running into. Put on the watch list just in case. Keep an eye on it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait it out a little bit here. Sundial's starting to pop as well. Market will pull back. So GameStop did pop over 130, but pulling back now. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, so bit of an ugly market. Ooh. See, the SPYs tried to pop up. Got smashed down. So I'm just going to be patient and wait things out. Because it's Friday. And we may be having another big dip today. This has got a pretty nasty downtrend there. Interesting, there's a little doji star there. Possible trend reversal. Looks like it's about to get halted. Oh no, it didn't get halted there. Starting to break this downtrend. I'm gonna go. So it's holding $7 here. Damn, I got filled way up there at 716. See if it can keep pushing up here over this downtrend. Thinkorswim's level 2 is off again this morning. I can see that it is off. I want $7 to hold as support at this point. May have a little pullback here. Yeah, we're getting a little pullback. Don't want this to dip too much. It's trying to push back over 7. If it can get back over 7, start moving again. So it's trying to get back over 7 now. It's got resistance at 8. Ooh, dropping down quite a bit here. But it did just run $1 from 6 to 7, so a little. Could be a little selling. SPY doing. SPY's coming up. And this candle we want to see push back up to 7. Be a nice engulfing candle. We don't want to see it doing that. That's not good. I'm about to have to get out of this. Let's see, we do have a possible trend line though. Possible uptrend. ABEO. Now I'm gonna check that out here in a minute. I gotta stay glued on this one to make sure it's not gonna crack here. Yeah, starting to curl over a little bit. Okay, there it goes. Now it's getting hung up at 675. See that this candle absolutely needs to push up. If it starts coming down, then it'll be a curl down for sure. Ooh, and it's coming back down. Yeah, Daniel, that may be the smart thing today to do is not trade at all. Because I'm getting ate up right now. Trying to give this a chance because does have this uptrend, but it's looking really weak all the way down to the trend line. And if the trend line cracks, that's it. Buyers are trying to come in. At the trend line, still some selling though. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a sketchy morning. I'm keep an eye on the SPY to make sure it doesn't start dropping. Because if it starts dropping drastically, then it's gonna be an ugly market. Oof, that is starting to be an ugly candle. I think this is about to crack. Buyers trying to hold up the trend line, but it needs to start coming back up. This is getting real sketchy. Actually, should be pretty strong support at that area, 612 area. Redraw this downtrend line. This needs to push back to 650 on this candle. If it does not push back to 650, this is going to crack. Needs to push and get over 650. Really needs to push and get back over 660. It's trying to get back up to 650 now. Okay. Alright, so that's okay. Now if this candle can close over 650 or 660, 660 would be even better. We don't want to push him back down in that 620 area. Oh, see that right there was nasty. This candle closes like this. This is gonna crack. That's an ugly candle. I mean, this is getting real close to, yeah, opening up under the trend line. I'm gonna give it a few seconds, but I'm about to have to get out. Held this too long already. Selling sitting at 625. Yeah, I think this is gonna be an ugly loss. I think I jumped the gun on that, right? Even I did it right after I said I'm gonna be patient and wait things out. I should have listened to myself. That's what I say all the time, guys. You got sometimes I don't listen to myself, and when I do that, I usually pay for it. Unless this gets back above the trend line here and closes back above it. It definitely looks like I'm going to pay for it today. $6.30 holding up as some resistance. Yeah, I think this is going to crack right here. It's too much selling pressure. Oh yeah, starting to crack. I'm going to give it half a second to try to push back up, and then I'm getting out. Because it's very easily could start dumping. Some big buyers actually did come in there at 590. I'm trying to give it a second to see if it's going to come back up. I don't think it is, but there are some buyers trying to hold it up here. Or maybe shorts possibly covering. SPY is cracking too. It's down to 382 something. If it can't get back over 6 right now, then this is absolutely done. See, 6 keeps holding up as resistance now. We do not want that holding up as resistance. That needs to be support. If it can't break back over 6, this is gonna dump. I think we're getting into a bear market. Good morning, Greg. No bueno. I'm starting to try to push back to 6. I'm still trying to hold up this 580 area. Now it's okay, it's starting to pop back above 6. Now it's got, if it can get back above the trend line, that could have been just a momentary dip. A little shakeout to shake some people out. But if it doesn't get back above the trend line and it gets rejected, which trend line's at about 630 now, then it's gonna sell off pretty hard after that. So it's got a small chance to come back alive here. Well, Thinkorswim's got to get their shit together. This level 2 nonsense is really getting annoying. It's been all week that this has been happening. It needs to, if it's going to get back above the trend line and come back alive, it's going to have to do it now on this candle. If it starts coming down and it drops below 6, that's probably gonna be it. So buyers tried to hold it up at 6. There was some buyers starting to stack the bid as support, but they got taken out pretty fast. Needs to get back above 6 here. And it's getting real close to cracking. So some sellers sitting on the ask at 6. So 6 starting to act as resistance again. Yeah, the tech challenges last night were rough. Yeah, this is probably about to crack right here. There's too much selling pressure on this. If it cracks below this 578 area, then that's when the dump is gonna happen. It looks like it's gonna dump, and this is gonna be a painful loss. I've bag held this way too long. Yeah, I'm getting out. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. This is one of those times where this is a learning experience where this is not what you do. you don't do this. Learn from this mistake. Cuz I held that thing way too far down. But I was thinking after this huge sell-off here, like all these red candles, I was thinking buying could come back in off the bounce of this trend line, but just falling over and dying, and the SPY's cracking pretty decently right now. All the way down to 381. I think that's gonna make it rough for anything, but I believe Daniel B is probably right today. Today is not a day to probably be trading. You can see nothing really happening. Let's see, let's look down through here. Got a little quick pop on that out of nowhere. XTNT with a random pop out of nowhere. Didn't even have any volume right through there, and then broke 250. Nice little U shape, but been hard to find that one. So yeah, other than that one, not really too much else going on. It's the market looking like, let's see. It's mixed. Market's still mixed, but we could see this all turn red here. Whoops. Let's see how the US dollar is doing against US dollars. US dollars looking ugly. I think we may be to the point, or we're getting close to the point to where all this money printing and all that stuff is going to start rearing its ugly head in the market. See, Ron, what did you... Oh, JE. Yeah, you're right. There's a nice little flag there. So, good job. Good job in hitting that one. That's a good play. Pre-market flag, and then broke up out of it at market open. 65-cent run there. That's pretty good. So good job. You did better than me today. XTNT is a little sketchy. Oh, that's not XTNT. It's EFOI. I saw it just a minute ago. I just looked at it. Oh yeah, this thing's just going nuts. This is a pump and dump though. There's no PR on this. There's no PR, and then there was no volume beforehand. Like back through here, there was just nothing. So this has got to be a pump and dump. Wherever, I don't know where the ceiling's going to be at, but it looks like it may already be dumping. Little double top there, and having a little bit of a nasty pullback. Yeah, I think that's just a pump and dump. And it could keep running. But here's another thing too. If you look back at this chart, this daily chart, let me get this drawing out of the way here. If you look back at this chart, if I can figure out what's going on here. Anyway, here we go. Maybe I can get it now. There we go. Yes, get rid of them. Man, Thinkorswim is so laggy right now. What is going on? But yeah, if you look back at this chart, you can see most of the other times when this was up, it got pushed right back down. There's not really a nice big green candle anywhere where this held. So it looks like a pumpy stock anyway. But who knows? Yeah, with the SPY's getting ugly. Look at this. This is about to be a bloodbath. We are getting we are getting real close. Let's see if Market Watch is starting to starting to get a little redder. Let's look at some of this news real quick and see if there's any news other than what's been going on. Japanese finance minister calling out Janet Yellen. Get her. Get her. Tell her what's up, Japanese guy. White House plans campaign to stress the vaccine benefits. Why do they gotta stress the benefits of the vaccine? Yeah, this is turning into a bloodbath. The LABD should have been what I looked at. As you can see, it's popping up. Nice, the inverse ETF of the SPY. The SPY is getting real close to getting real disgusting. That 380 area, that's it. If it cracks that 380 area, see us drop all the way down to this 367. XTNT up here so I can go take a look at it again. Yeah, so that's definitely looking pump and dumping. You can see it tried to push up again, but sellers dumping some more and it's coming back down some more. With the market getting close to a bloodbath, investors and traders are going to start being really sheepish. LIXT close to trend. Trend's already cracked on LXIT. Yeah, I trade very cautiously right now. Whatever you guys are in, just trade very cautiously because we are getting very close. To a possible big market sell-off. I don't know for sure if that's going to happen, but we are getting pretty close. We've had a sell-off at open already, but we're down here at this bottom 380 area support, and if that cracks, it's going to get ugly. Still kind of mixed there. Daniel B, what's your problem with the ARK Investor girl? Why do you want her to learn a lesson? What's your problem with ARK Investments? You can just see everything curling over. Yeah, XTNT dropping. Like I said, it's pump and dump. But just looking at everything's starting to dump. We're already started dumping. JE is still trying to hold there. That's about the only one I'm seeing. AFI possibly could be a play. It's got to break 550 if it can move back up, but it is in a downtrend, and buying on a downtrend today is going to be sketchy. There's a possible U-shape forming there. SRTS. It's kind of a weird movement. Actually, you got an uptrend started on this. So this actually could be a possible play as well. Got that uptrend and starting to try to push back up. Well, that was about the same time. It looks like we found that one at the same time, One Life. Now, it does have a little downtrend, too, at that 550 area, so it needs to break over 550. Yeah, you can see some of these, the market's starting to turn a little more red. It's trying to test the downtrend now. If it can break over 550, it may start moving. SENS. Take a look at it. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to buy this right now. Is that the right ticker symbol? Is this the one you want me to look at? Because I mean, this is a pretty rough downtrend on the 1 minute. And actually, overall, it's in a downtrend. Oh boy, here we go. See, the SPY got pushed down at 381. So this area that was support before is starting to hold as resistance. So the same thing, y'all just watched me turn into a bloodbath on whatever that stock was. I just took that big hit on. When your support starts turning into resistance, that's not a good sign. See, this is the 4th time it's tested this area, though. See, right there. Or did I say resistance? Maybe I don't know if I said resistance or not, but support. It's the fourth time to test that support, and it held up. Held up this time, but if it comes back down again to it, I don't know if it'll hold up again. Next TNT with a little bounce back up, so this little pump and dump is just all over the place. Let's see, SRTS trying to break out. But it's getting held up at the moment. Hey, give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna take a little breather, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So yeah, the SPY's getting close to dropping. I had something come up, so I wanted to cut the stream short here in a minute. And let's see if the SPY, the SPY's getting ready to dump hard, it looks like. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, turning a little bit more red. But yeah, Daniel B is right. Last day of the month, and we're already in a curl over this dip. So today's lesson is when it's this sketchy of a market, either play an inverse ETF or sit out. One of the two. As you can see, even SRTS, it broke over the downtrend, but got held up at 6 pretty hard, and it's starting to curl over too. So that one may start to dump off if the SPY doesn't come back up. XTNT, possible flag. Like I said, this seems like a pump and dump, so I'd be real careful. I would just be real careful in anything today, really, at this point. We start seeing, Google's in the middle of green and red. And if we start seeing Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Nvidia, a couple of these ones that are green, if they start turning red, then this is going. Oh, we just did crack 380 too, dropping all the way down to 379.69. So yeah, this is starting to get ugly. This is a big ugly curl over too. I mean, this curl over is pretty much bigger than any of these other drops we had. Because these are like quick little sell-offs. But this curl, I mean, this is a beautiful U shape, just upside down. And you guys know, when a U shape is facing the right side up, it shoots up a lot of times. Well, you can guess what an upside down U shape might do. We may see us pull back. I don't think the market will crash all the way to 368 today. That would be a very drastic drop, but probably 375. Yeah, the market's getting Getting pretty ugly. Alright, let me run through this one more time. Said JE again. Let's see, let's look at JE. Yeah, JE, that's the only thing that seems to be climbing consistently. This thing's been in a downtrend all year though, and it's running in the 9 EMA support, and then or not support but resistance. Then it's got resistance at 580 at the 50-day. Got resistance 486 right where it's at. A lot of resistance. Micro Apple Google Soft Book. Yeah, that's pretty much. That's, to me, it looks like those are the only reason why the market is somewhat holding up, is because those big ones, which are the majority, they're the majority of most of the ETFs. That's what I said. If they start turning red, then it's gonna get ugly. Let's take a look at Microsoft and a couple of these really quick and see what they're looking like. Ooh, yeah, they're not looking good either. So those are actually getting close to. Yeah, Apple. Yeah, ooh boy. Yeah, all these look ugly. I think we may be about to enter a bear market unless some type of big PR comes out. And maybe if they pass that stimulus package today, maybe the market will rebound. I don't know, but it's getting ugly. Let's see let's check gold, see if gold's coming up today at all. No, gold's dropping too. Yeah, I would say today is probably just not a good day to trade. I would caution against it, unless, like I said, unless it's an inverse ETF. But this is too sketchy today. Yeah, XTNT cracking out of that triangle, selling off, so that was a pump and dump. Yeah, and JE getting rejected in that 486 area as well. Everything else seems to be. Oh, SRT. Well, SRTS may got a decent little triangle here. SRTS, if it can break $6, it may start to move. I missed Amazon. Let me see. Let's check Amazon. I just figured Amazon probably looked the same as Microsoft and Apple. Yeah. Yep. That's pretty gross. Pretty gross. SPY's about to drop again. You see, it tried to push back up to 380 and it got rejected at 380. Oh, and the word merge. Okay, I got you, Mark. I got you. JE making a little triangle here as well. Right under that 486. So that possibly could break still. Oops. So what was that other one? JE and let me shrink this watch list. Yeah, you can see LIXT just getting uglier and uglier as well. My whole watch list from this morning is just dying. Except for, let's see, JE. What was the other one? Oh, it was it was SRTS, I think. SRTS. Yeah, so SRTS still in this triangle at the moment. Yeah, look at that. More selling pressure on the SPY. And JE cracking out of that triangle, cracking to the downside. So now the only possible play is SRTS. And it very easily could crack to the downside as well if the market doesn't rebound, but it does not look like it's going to. We're in this nasty downtrend right now. To break the downtrend, I have to get back over 380, but see, it's trying to come up now. I don't. Thinkorswim, the level 2 is off again. Yeah, the market's making a little push. So you do have a trend line on JE. So you can just play this trend line. It may still be a possible play, but it's probably going to come back down on the trend line some point here soon. Yeah, that's the good thing. I'm not at all upset if the market drops, because that's if we have a nice big crash, then there could be a lot of good buying opportunities. So market did just break that downtrend. You can see it. If it can hold over the 50-day today, if the SPY and everything closes over the 50-day, then it may can rebound. Next week. But I don't know. And you can see the market is turning redder. It's just hard to tell right now. Like, to me, this is all the signs are pointing to a bear market and a crash. But as long as the Federal Reserve is trying to hold things up, this could be just another momentary pullback. But I do think eventually some point here soon the market is going to crash. If it does happen to rebound next week, I'd say it's probably a couple of maybe another couple weeks of being able to hold up, but it's just getting unsustainable to hold up this high. And if it does crash, it's probably not going to crash down to like way down here or anything. Cuz this was the crash back in March last year in 2020, the COVID lockdown. So it could come down possibly to that 250 area. Kind of like it did there, and then maybe bounce off of that. But we'll see. Hard to tell. SRTS maybe, SRTS is getting close to a breakout. Looks like JE's coming back. Oh, JE just broke up. Look at that. It was curling down, then all of a sudden just broke up, going straight up to 5 at the moment. If it breaks 5, it's got a little room to run. Well, alright guys, I gotta run. Like I said, I got something that came up. We will be back Monday. If you're going to be trading today, just trade cautiously because the market is in a very sketchy state. I appreciate everybody joining me as always. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Until next time.